At the end of September, Canadians come together to celebrate culture and art for Culture Days. A great example of these celebrations is the community of Morden, Manitoba, which is growing economically and in the diversity of the people who call it home. A lot is going on for the week-long festival, and to find out more, we connected with the executive director of the Pembina Hills Arts Council. Let's get into it.
I'm Lisa Isakoff. I'm the executive director over a gallery here in Morden. And actually it starts tomorrow on Friday.
Tomorrow? Whoa!
We're very excited. I'm working very hard. It's going to be a big day. So it's starting tomorrow. We're putting a new scarf in the Culture Days colors on Bruce, the Mosasaurus that we have in front of me. And oh, he's so handsome. He's such a handsome little Mosasaurus. So it's all going to be like these colors. So it's like pink, blues, and yellows, and some turquoise and stuff. So I made 3 scarves. For Bruce, there's a turtle, and then there's a really scary fish in another park.
Oh, the Archelon. I think I'm trying to remember the names off the top of my head. And Xiphactinus, I think, is the name of the fish.
So we wanted to kind of like give them a little sprucing up for Culture Days. So I thought that a scarf would be kind of fun to emulate with that, and give it a little bit more of a pop of color, because it's kind of like looking drab when it's the beginning of fall. So I think it'll be really cute, and he's gonna have it around his neck. It's adorable. And then tomorrow, what we're also going to be doing is basically doing chalk art all day in the gallery. Outdoors, we have a really big space where we usually have our concerts, and we're going to have one of the schools coming in with grade 3, I believe. And they're going to just kind of color in the design. There's going to be some wavy things, some funky things, and they'll be able to just grab a chalk and just go in and have fun. We're also having a little mini market inside the gallery with a couple of vendors from local companies. And then what I'm currently working on is our big new mural at the gallery.
Ooh, very exciting.
Painting clothes. It's going to be so beautiful. It's going to be gorgeous. So I'm very
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll definitely want to get a little bit more in depth in what this week's going to look like. But before we get there, how about we just explore a little bit about what the Pembina Hills Art Council is and what's it all about?
My favorite question. Just like that TikTok. Oh, that's my favorite question. So we are probably one of the biggest galleries down here in the Pembina Valley South. We have lots of programming for different ages. We have the biggest ceramic program here too. So we have a lot of artists coming through, taking courses, learning new things, or even just using our studios to kind of like do their own thing, create their own products and have fun and explore creativity. And we have a main big gallery downstairs. We have a couple of floors. So we are 2 floors, main gallery, plus a big gift shop with about 20 vendors, all local. And the big gallery, we usually have about 2 or 3 exhibitions throughout. No, that's wrong. That's not 2 or 3. It's 1 exhibition per month. And right now we have Glenn Chrishel's revival exhibition, and it's large scale landscapes. It's very beautiful.
Wow,
very gorgeous.
That's exciting. I really like that, having opportunities for people to come in, learn a little bit, take some classes, ceramics and everything. Now that I'm about to hit 30 this year, so like one thing I've been finding is arts and crafts is so much fun. Like when I'm getting together with a bunch of people for Christmas, and then we had like a winter solstice party. We made a bunch of ornaments for the tree. Like getting involved and getting in arts and crafts, I think it's something that really enhances life.
Yeah.
And so organizations and things that like the Pembina Hills Arts Council, the stuff that you're doing, I think is really important in helping foster creativity and engage imagination within the community.
And you get to express so much. And now that I'm executive director, I got to control a little bit more of what we bring forth. And I've been envisioning to just almost every month, every 2 weeks even, to have a very different thing from what we usually are offering. So for example, right now I'm working on our ceramic painting class. So we have a lot of discarded items that people just forget about after their classes, or they just don't want to work on it anymore. So I have boxes in our basement just filled with bisque items, and they're gorgeous, beautiful, but they don't have a home. So I decided, let's just do a little class and people can just come in, paint. We will then put them in the kiln, fire them, do the whole process. And then a week later, they'll come to pick up a new piece for their home.
Hey, and it's a great way to like reuse stuff. Like instead of just tossing it out, you're repurposing it. You're giving it a new opportunity.
Exactly. I'm very, very stoked. So I'm just excited to kind of bring different aspects of what we know what works and we know what's popular, but now it's kind of like, all right, what else can we introduce? What else can we do? What else can we bring as another hobby as we're coming into fall and winter? How can we bring people back to the gallery and give them the opportunity to really express their creativity?
Starting this Friday and kind of going through next week is Culture Days. What exactly is Culture Days for someone who's maybe, from Winnipeg and just learning about some of the things that are happening in Morden, or someone who's moving to the community for the first time, or, maybe they're immigrating, they're looking at new communities that they want to make their permanent home, and they hear about this event, and I know Morden has a ton of really cool events, but this one, Culture Days, what's going on? What is it?
Wow. So since last year, we kind of been thinking about, okay, how can we engage with more local businesses and different community centers around here? And how can we bring people to them, especially because is a lot of immigration in the Morden Winkler area. So we want to bring new faces and introduce them to also new businesses. For example, there's Soulful Yoga Studio. They just opened up maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Immigrant family, they moved out here. It's gorgeous. It's right behind the gallery too. So it's like next to our choppers. If you know where it is, people from Morden, that's great. Just go there. She's so delightful. And they're hosting like an actual yoga class for the community for free.
Ooh, that's fun.
And a dance class too. So there's going to be half yoga, half dance class, all for free. We're going to have, in the Whitecap Cafe, latte art classes, or even how to like brew at home with like different techniques and things like that. We're doing a Dutch Blitz tournament game night. A stroll through time. That's going to be really fun because we have a lot of heritage buildings around here in Morden. So there's going to be an actual tour coming to take you through the history of the town. What are all these different buildings and the history behind it? And I think that it's going to be really interesting for people that are new and they would like to learn a little bit more about the town. Because sure, you can come and look around and whatever and read the little plaques, but it's so much more engaging when somebody tells you like a very personal story or like a connection that they have for this. So I'm really excited because I think it will just really broaden our reach. And new people, when they come in and they see that we have such a big variety of things that we're doing, and we're not just famous for corn and apple, but we also have all of this other activities that we have throughout the year. I think it would be really cool.
We're talking about the heritage buildings like the clock tower and everything like that, but just walking down the main strip in Morden, you get to experience this kind of old-timey feel would be the right word, but it's just so fun and rustic. Like Morden's been featured in like films and stuff now. So like it's a really cool opportunity.
Guys. Yes, pumpkin spice everything.
Exactly. And like it's not just that, like it's you have these buildings and the people who help build and become Morden in the community, but there's also like the older history aspect with the fossils, the mosasaurs, the archosaurs, everything like there.
I agree. It's going to be really exciting. And actually, I'm Jewish, as you can see by my necklace. And when I moved out here, I was really kind of looking forward to see if there was any Jewish families around here too, to kind of connect myself to. I lived in Winnipeg before, and we had the Jewish community out there. So that was really kind of encouraging as someone that just immigrated here from Israel. So when I moved out here, I'm like, I need to find my people. And in Winkler, they have a monument to all the Jewish families that used to live there back in the 19th century. And out here in Morden, there used to be like a clothing store by the Rabinovich family. And we actually are featuring an exhibition with Celia, one of the descendants, a show next month with photographs and the history of the Jewish communities in Morden mind-blowing.
That's one thing, like learning about the history of it, like the history of the Jewish people who helped build
Mhm.
Morden to
Yeah.
like get it off the ground to kind of become what it is.
Yeah. So I just got so inspired because I didn't think that moving to such a small town, that we will find any remnants of Jewish life out here, but there are, and I just get so happy. Like I do a little happy dance every time I find another cornerstone.
Well, it's a reflection of, the diversity and
Mm,
peoples that have, helped create Morden
yeah.
and are living in Morden today. The number of families, learning about Morden's immigration program, the amount of people around the world who know about Morden and are choosing Morden as a place to live. And it's just an opportunity to grow. You're mentioning, immigrant businesses and stuff at there. Like Culture Days is a great opportunity for someone to check out the
Yeah.
local businesses and the local vendors. But, maybe it's an opportunity also for them to become inspired, to be like, I want to start a business here. I want to grow my family here in Morden. And it just opens up a plethora of opportunities within the community.
Yeah, I agree. And then collaborating with regional connections on this is one of the biggest things. I think that they have done such an extravagant work with, first of all, reaching out to us and working with us to create this week of full of free activities. On the Friday, when it's our closing time, like our closing day, we're having the fun extravaganza at the Morden Activity Center. And we're going to have activities from, I believe, like 5 until 9 p.m. Calligraphy, dance. We're going to have some shuffle games and different games. I think we're going to even have badminton, making piñatas, face paints, origami, filmmaking workshops. There's going to be another free yoga, a cafe, and you can even grab, I believe we also have a couple of food trucks coming in as well.
Ooh,
So
we always love food
we
trucks.
always love the food trucks, guys. Like this is more than, I think we have so many food trucks, like way more than people. So it's going to be really exciting to kind of see how many people are coming together for this, because we know, oh, here, 5 to 8 p.m. Sorry. It's going to be very exciting to just meeting new people, seeing new faces, and feeling accepted in a community that is so diverse. Yeah, and just get to know new friends. That's also the inspiring portion of it. When you're new, it's really hard to make new friends in a small town. And having these kind of events where culture is celebrated and people are invited to come and participate, it just really brings it all together for me.
What are some other things people can expect and enjoy in this upcoming event?
Let me check my really big poster. So we're going to have the chalk art tomorrow, our mural unveiling throughout the week from Friday till next Friday. The Morden Library is also going to be hosting activities basically all day long, and they're for kids. The Canadian Fossil Discovery Center is offering free entrance on Sunday and Monday, September 24th to the 25th.
People should definitely take advantage of that. I love the museum.
It's the best. And just go take a picture with Bruce's skeleton. It's so fun. And I think the other one is Mary or Mom.
Susie, I
Susie. There you
think.
go.
Yes. And then they have like an even smaller Carisiodon. Oh, I think it's Carisiodon orthodon. Oh, no, I can't remember. Oh no.
It's the names. I can't remember names whatsoever. It's the worst. I remember faces. Names are so hard for me. And then on Sunday, and make sure you sign up for this, guys, the Super Pets movie Stardust drive-in. So we're gonna screen Super Pets. We all love movies, we all love cartoons, and we love kids movies. So it's at the big Stardust driving in Morden, and we're gonna have trunk or treats. So y'all are gonna get some sweets. And then at 8:15, we're going to start the screening of the movie. Registration is required, and it is just on the City of Morden website. What else are we going to do? Oh, Rendezvous on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, Rendezvous hosts open mic. So this one is going to be a little bit more closer to home, because we're once again are inviting people from different communities to come and kind of, show us your songs, like, show us what you like, not necessarily just what we hear all the time. Let's explore something different. And I think that that's what Rendezvous is really good about, that they really are bringing a lot of people together. And I used to work there too, so every Wednesday would be so special to hear the music live and hearing new people and new talents coming through. And then on Thursday, we're gonna have the Morden Farmers Market.
Nice. And it's just the perfect time of year to get some of those like last veggies and things before, we start. Manitoba's that type of province where you never know. It could hit, snow could hit us at any moment.
You've got to be prepared, and I'm not prepared, but I would love to have some. I love to get all the new gourds that they bring. They sometimes like decorative gourds and stuff, or decorative corn. So I can't wait to get some so we can decorate the gallery.
So aesthetic.
Honey, local honey is the best thing ever. If you have allergies, it actually really helps. Yes, especially with all the harvesting that they're doing right now. So I'm super excited. It's going to be really fun. We've been working really hard on this, and shout out to Lily Crushell. She's from City of Morden. And we've been working hard together on really getting it all, I don't know the word.
Working cohesively, organized.
Yes. And she's been my rock throughout all of this. She has so many great ideas, and she knows everyone in the community too. So it's been good for me since I'm so new here and I don't know a lot of people from here just yet. So Lily has been really connecting me to all of these organizations. And now we're all kind of like, oh my God, like we're all immigrants. We're all from different corners of the world. I'm from Israel. One of the, I believe, Katya from Regional Connections is some are from the former USSR as well. Lily is also, she lived all across the world. So we're all kind of like, oh my God, look at us all together in this small town, creating this huge event that is just gonna really bring people together. So I'm very excited.
Yeah. Morden can be and is a diverse group of people coming together, sharing ideas, sharing culture, sharing stories to build a community, find neighbors. And yeah, Culture Days is a great opportunity to do that. For someone who is maybe wanting to get involved next year, like how do they get involved? Maybe they want to be part of featuring something, whether that's a project or initiative or things like that. How do they like get involved?
Email me. Email me, walk into the gallery and be like, I want to be a part of this, and I'll grab your information. I'm available all the time. And I would just love to always find new people to collaborate with.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So just admin@PembinaHillsArts.com. Lots of S's. That's why I'm emphasizing it. They're like, hey, Lisa, we want to work with you. I'll be like, sounds good. What do you need?
Well, I'm just excited to see how this event, goes this year and continues to grow as Morden just becomes more and more diverse and continuing to be this place where people want to come, they want to build businesses, and they want to grow families.
Yes, absolutely. That's all where we are. That's all what we are about.
Is there any other projects or initiatives that the Pembina Hills Arts Council is going to be hosting over the next coming months?
Oh man, I need to open up my calendar because we have lots of things coming along. We have our holiday craft sale coming up soon in December. We have lots of our fall programming coming along with like kids classes, adult classes. We have a knitting class. If you've ever wondered how to knit,
that sounds like a lot of fun.
it is, because I know that I've had a lot of troubles just using YouTube to teach me, but having an actual person who knows what they're doing.
So much easier. So much easier.
We have our monthly rainbow game nights that we're hosting on Wednesdays of the third month. We just had one yesterday, and it's for our rainbow community. They're always welcomed out here for us. What else? Mini markets are basically once a month thing. We usually kind of try to bring a lot of new vendors to explore and kind of share their talents with us. And then if you were interested by Celia's work with the Jewish community here in Morden, which I'm super excited to see in person. I mean, I'm going to be installing it, but it will be fun to actually see it finally in person and not just like hear about it for the last year. Our opening reception is on Tuesday, October 3rd from 5 to 7. And she'll be sharing some personal stories from her family too and their life here in Morden, which is something I'm very excited about. But yeah, that's kind of it for now. I think we're just trying to slow down for winter and seeing what we're gonna hit Morden up with next year.
Amazing. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me about this really cool event happening in Morden. Just to kind of wrap things up, what's happening in Morden and where can people go to find out more?
Culture Days Morden is going to start tomorrow, September 22nd, and it's going to run through all the way to September 29th. If you're wondering about any details, you can either go to mymorden.com for all the information, or just look us up also on Instagram, Pembina Hills Arts. We also have all the information on our page.
Have any stories you'd like us to share, or communities we should highlight? Leave a comment on our social media or reach out to us on our website. I'm Ryan Funk. This was You Talk, and have yourself a good one.